Good morning, everybody. At least it's morning for me, 11 a.m. in Brussels time. And this is Nicholas on Best in Marketing. And I'm welcoming you today to talk about, well, it's your turn. What does it say? Right now, not much, but it is the follow-up session of all the pipeline that we've been describing so far. And if you have not seen it, of course, you're invited to watch it in your own time, whenever it's okay for you. Basically the pipeline that will take you to from finding leads to getting customers. So this is sounds simple. And so what I mean, well, let me see. Yes, that's okay. Yeah, it's just okay. What I'm gonna be covering today is the pipeline, just a quick overview, like I do always, just to get the general overview. Lead by example, which is something that is worth considering, and connect to communities and train your team. So let's move on. The pipeline, which is the same pipeline I've been describing all these trainings, and this is actually the final session about the pipeline as such. After this session, I will be starting a session, or a how am I gonna say, a training cycle about social media tools, and I'll have to see how long this one is gonna be. Now, for the pipeline, you have 6 videos, I believe. In the past 6 weeks, I've been doing one video per week. So the pipeline, we started talking about leads, and then we talked then about hot market, warm market, cold market, and so forth, how to talk with them. So in the contact portion of this pipeline, we discussed about communication. Um, I also introduced the CRM tool that I'm using. Then we discussed about some tips and recommendations about your presentation. Um, Let me just greet our guest. This is, sorry, I saw the name Deepak joining. So welcome to you. Thanks for joining. And let me see again. So about the CRM tool, about how to capture the information of your leads, how to follow up with them, which is actually also something I covered afterwards. So did I say presentation? All the tips, recommendations, I did say that. And then I went back to the CRM tool, about how I'm using the CRM tool to do follow-ups and why is it so important to follow up with your prospects. And finally, and this is the session of today, this is about your team. And when I said in the oh my goodness, we got visitors today. So really happy. Thanks for joining. Um, so what is for today is about how you're going to be, what are the main things that you need to think of for for training your team to get people started as fast as possible. And it's not that I have all the elements, all the knowledge in the world. At the end, we can also, if you have different ideas, we can talk about it. There'll be a Q&A session. So for now, everybody will be muted until the end, and then at the end we just come back for questions and answers. So this was the first slide for everybody that joined a bit later. This is the first slide. If I just go one back, this was the table of content, and I just went straight into the pipeline. So if you missed the few minutes, just go back to the recording. It'll be posted like 30 minutes after the end of this presentation. So that lead by example, you show them. So this is just a slide just saying whatever you're going to be doing for people that will come to join you. So now we're talking about people that have joined you in your team, and they look up to you for examples. Many of them would not know um, how to behave and what to do, what to say, all these kind of things but that any new person needs to know when they're joining any network marketing company. So when you get a team, it is your role, your responsibility to show them how it is done. And the best thing that I should say as well is to plan for this. So just don't leave it up to them to ask questions, but also plan trainings. Maybe this training here for me right now is not even enough. This is just a general training for everybody. But if you get your team, just plan your training and have them attend it, and at least be, if they're not joining, maybe stay in touch with them of why they're not able to join, and to see how you can help them to attend it. Because many of the issues that we're facing as well, especially when you're starting in this profession, is to organize your time. And when your time is set up right and you get a good planning, and you can help people to do that. So lead by example, just organize yourself, be committed, show your best self to your team, and be, yeah, leading by example is just very strong. This is what I try to do every day with my kid. And because at the end I just copy whatever I do. So that's the thing. Connect with communities, which is the second aspect that I wanted to mention. Again, it's maybe not complete, but these are ideas that you can use for yourself. Connect your teams to relevant groups for your industry. So if you're, I don't know, health and wellness, if you're in financial services, if you're whatever other products and technology that you're offering, just have the people being connected to relevant groups for the industry, but also actually even relevant groups that is matching their interest. Maybe this is a good thing to add. It's not been captured in this slide, but one thing that has helped me tremendously was when I started to talk with people with my interest. And I love languages, so I started to connect with people with my with interest in language. And very funny, but these are some of the peoples that follow me the most. And because they see that I'm bringing value, I'm exchanging with them. And there is this thing that I have it on my mind, so I have to say it out loud. When we're trying to have conversations and to force a conversation in a topic that we're not comfortable with, and you can be started to talk about, oh, change your life and do it, this is great, join me. But at the end, people need to so this is about the people to know you, people to trust you, and people to like you. And even there is not content I'm not capturing in this slide, but this is something that's extremely important, is that when people, they know you and they like you, they will like you for things that you can share, that you are able to talk about with them on a deeper level than just say, hi, how are you, join me. So just be mindful. I've had this problem when I was saying about myself at the beginning. I thought to go very fast, and I could make a difference very fast in this industry. And I kind of forgot to be myself. In this, I mean, what do I like in life? Okay, so I love my family, I love my kids, I love sports, I love languages. So why not? Just think for yourself, what do you like? So for me, I started to reconnect with these groups and just to take my time to connect with these people properly. Um, what so yeah, I'm saying a bit of a lot of things in this slide, but on the second point, connect your team together. So in this, I really mean to get a group, a platform where you can communicate and exchange with people of your team, because they will be, as I said on the first slide, they will follow you. You will lead by example, and you need to communicate properly with everybody. So just not be flexible, use different platforms. Today you can use you can use Facebook, but you can also use WhatsApp. You can use on Facebook, you can use groups, or you can use chat groups or chat rooms. I'm not sure exactly the right term, but yeah, just be aware, be available. This is the word I was looking for. And and okay, so just to make sure that everybody is connected, and when this happens, also people would support each other, and the community will get stronger, because when people work together, this is when the impact of one person is this is being multiplied by this. This is actually what we call properly duplication. So the power of the group is much stronger than the power of the individual. Let me go to this slide now about train your team. Have a proper training schedule. This is something I mentioned before, where they can grow. So this is also about training. So be one thing that I have in mind when I think about this point is the power of personal development and the commitment to grow every day. Because it's not only to have training and that, once a week there is a training. This is why I said this group is not enough, because a person training once a week is not going to see the compound effect. And if you do not know what is the compound effect, this is on my point 3 actually of this slide, make sure they understand the benefits of applying the compound effect. And the compound effect is adding to your skills a little bit every day. So when you do this every day consistently, you're going to see amazing things happening. And, you know, into bracket here, I mentioned something of Brandon Bashar. So action gets you momentum, and momentum gets you more motivation. So if you are doubting, if you're getting into the analysis paralysis, get out of it. Easier said than done, but yeah, I'm a bit crazy on this, so I take a lot of actions, and this gives me momentum, and the motivation that I'm talking to you today is just completely out of this. This phrase really spoke to me a lot, and I hope you understand the meaning as well, and you can apply it for yourself. So take action, and do it consistently. This is extremely important. So on point 2, I kind of skipped it here, but let's go back to it. Make sure that you have frequent communication with your upline. And with this, of course, it's also about leveraging time. And everybody needs to learn about leveraging time. When your upline also, when you're joining a team, be sure that your team is actually offering a support structure that will help you to build big and large and deep. That's how we say in network marketing, right? Build deep. So when you have a training structure that allows anybody to plug in and grow their pace, you will have the, yeah, again, everybody will be able to grow, and maybe the compound effect that I just mentioned is not going to work as fast for everybody. But if you cannot free more than, say, 1 hour per week for your personal development, so be it. But it is going to be quite difficult. And something that happens for me is just personal example here, but because of the trainings that we do every day, I'm able to actually capture that information, package it in 5 minutes. We have like 1 to 2 hours training every day. And so how easy is it to make 2 hours in 5 minutes and make a summary, share it? And this is what I do. So this is the way that I'm able to have presence on social media in a frequent basis, consistent basis. And well, the algorithm likes it, but people like it as well. And in this way, you're able to really make best use of the compound effect. So this is true for me, this is true for everybody, this is true for your team. And think of them to offer the best structure that they can have so that they can grow the fastest, as fast as possible. I didn't make this too long because, at the end, this is quite personal. This is how much time you can invest in this business and how available you're going to be. So for me, of course, I'm still part-time. I'm doing as much as I can and planning my day. So now everything is quite planned. I've been a bit crazy on planning and been very organized about it. And now I have to, find and stay consistent with everything. This is my challenge, and I'm being completely honest to you. And I hope you also can see the value for yourself, and that you can really lead by example and take care of people around you, because at the end you cannot do this business if you're not committed, and if you're not there to help the other, because I believe this is the main objective. This is for another topic, but maybe one thing that I loved in the past trainings, and I can share with you right now, is the way the chance, or how I'm gonna word this properly, the fact of taking away or deleting your own agenda when you start a conversation with a person, so that you can, just focus on what they need and forget about what you want. Because if you want them to join your business, then actually this is the wrong mindset, because you're here to help people and some will not join, and this is okay. So with that, I'm going to end. I believe it's kind of short, but at the same time, we maybe have more time for questions and answers. So if you're watching this on Facebook group, of course, you can like the page, change the notification settings in the main group. I've been explaining this a few times of how to change the notifications. Oh my God, this was bad. If you're on YouTube, you can click on the subscribe button below the video. And for everybody on the live, thanks for joining. And I'm going to be answering the questions. This was the recording. I'm going to end the recording now.